Okay, you saw the video of the chair that we just released. So, I've gotten this cool couch being delivered right now. It's be here in a few minutes. Found this really cool velvet low back, a real mid-century modern couch. It's gonna be really nice. Glad I don't have to do that. Watch out for that little beam there. Yeah. Oh, that's perfect, man. Look at that. Now, I think I got to keep it. If it's too close to this, it's going to whack your head on it. What do you think?
Looks good.
Yeah, I haven't actually sat on the couch. Let's try it out. Oh, I was thinking about that, like that countertop. Oh, this is, you know what? This is nice. It's nice and firm. Rachel's going to like this couch. It's nice. It's actually really firm. I thought it was going to be kind of squishy. It's kind of hard, actually. Not hard, but it's firm.
Right.
You sit on it. Yeah. Are you dirty?
No.
No, you sit on it. So I said it's firm. Like you'll see what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. Eric has this same couch except blue. He said he almost bought this one.
Oh really?
Yeah. It was almost like $1,400 delivered.
Surprised you don't have a green one to go with the kids' makeup.
Yeah. He's not really into green that much. People think he is.
Yeah.
I know, because he's the cat.
He kind of got dealt that hand, you know?
Yeah, he didn't choose the green. Like, you know, I always like, the reason I've always liked jeans because I like the black and red. Or maybe that's why I like black and red, because I like the demon.
Right. Yeah, he was always my favorite too. I was a cat man once for Halloween, but
when I was like 5 years old, I had that plastic, you know, remember you get them at Safeway or whatever, you know, like the plastic costume with the plastic mask with the rubber band. I was the demon, you know, it was like $1.
Yeah.
Like maybe $2. It came in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
So you figure I was born in 74. So probably like 1980, 81 or whatever, I was the demon for Halloween.
I've been 3 out of the 4 members. I've never been Paul Stanley though.
Nobody wants to be Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul.
No one wants to be. I saw a video last night where he was on stage and a pyrotechnic went off and his back of his hair was on fire.
Oh, that was a different guy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I've seen that video. That's a impersonator, but he was amazing.
Yeah. He didn't break stride.
Dude didn't drop a note. That's a pro.
Yeah.
Dude was like, you know, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Didn't even give a shit.
Yeah. One of the techs came over and put him out, and he just kept going. You know.
Didn't drop a note.
Yeah.
It's rock and roll, baby. He probably didn't even know. It's just like, is it hot in here or is it just me?
Right.
I see you out there.
Yeah. I like the first guy comes over and kind of pats him, and then like the stage crew guy comes with a towel and wipes his head down.
Eric told me there's a secret code word that they can say if they're having a wig malfunction. Because
Right.
they all have, like, some of them wear all wigs, like Hami, that's his real hair.
Right.
Gene has an appliance on the top. Paul wears a wig and Eric wears a wig. And it's not a secret, like, because you see them, they're walking around, like, Eric's got blonde hair and Paul has, like, pepper, you know, black and gray hair. They just tie it back and they put on a wig, but they're also wearing makeup and they're wearing high heels. I mean, whatever, right? So it's part of the costume.
I remember Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. There was a scene on there once where he was like completely bald, like you could tell he was wearing a wig.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not bald. He has hair. He has a whole head of hair.
Oh, yeah.
But that ninja thing he has on top.
The samurai.
The samurai thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Not ninja. What am I saying? You got the idea. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, that's okay. Whatever. It's fine. All right. I'm going to get these chairs set up. All right. Yeah, baby. I'm loving how this is turning out. Wow. It's not the same color kind of red. Of course, I've got some sunlight in here. This is a burgundy, and this is a little bit more of a shinier red. But, you know, you get the idea. I'm thinking about, like, some kind of little area rug here. Cool coffee table. Cool table there. Gonna change these curtains to a burgundy. So throw a little bit more of that color in here. I felt like I needed to cheat it more this way. Maybe I could push it more over there in line with the countertop. I need to clean off the counter. I could move the chairs out more this way and then you walk past them this way. That might be a better idea. So I'm playing around with it. Yeah, I moved them over this way so that my wife can easily just walk right through here and get to her spot, which will be here. I'll have a coffee table here. I'm gonna figure that out today. Matter of fact, I can probably push this down just a hair, just so it's a little bit more in line with that. And there's plenty of room for her to walk right through here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run her a power cord right here. She likes to have her computer there. She'll probably just leave it sitting there. Yeah, I'm happy with this. This is wonderful. So I'm doing a little bit more decorating. This is a perfect seating angle. I could sit here. Look at that. I'm directly in front of the TV. And she probably will never sit in this chair even one time. But if I have a guest over, I have 2 chairs. So, you know, and if I was having a party, you know, what's cool about these is these can swivel, you know, they can change directions. You know, that little IKEA table works pretty good. This is actually a stool, 25 bucks, little stool. I went shopping for like agate and crystal mineral tables. I'm thinking about doing one of those. And I thought about doing some kind of a live edge table here, or like some kind of rock. You know, I like the idea of the rock. You smell what the rock is cooking. Anyway, hope you like it. I do. You can park here by the airport and watch the planes take off and land if you're so inclined to do that kind of thing. Taking the rolls down to House of Blues, Mandalay Bay, which is that big gold building over there, right over there. Gonna pick up a friend of mine. Look, there's a Southwest taking off. And I do believe he is going south. No, he's going east, that Southwest plane. Yeah, I went breakfast with a old bus driver friend of mine, and he didn't want to be on like the blog, you know. Not everybody wants to be on the Videobob blog. He's just like, we were just hanging out, went and had a nice breakfast, caught up, you know, just talked. So I'm gonna head back over to the casa. I got my boy Hippie help working on some stuff in the yard. We're getting ready to rip out that island. Well, the island is gonna remain. We're gonna put some fountains, or a fountain there. I'm gonna get some water features going at the house. And wow, I'm glad I'm not on the 15 right now, because it is like, I'd show you, but there's a thing in the way. But like, wow, that sucks a bunch. So don't go on the 15 going towards Reno, because that's a bunch of no going. Okay, anyway. So let's head back over to the house, see how he's working on that. Had me a nice breakfast. Went to the car show, had an early day. My buddy gave me tickets to a comedy show tonight. So we're gonna go check that out. Welcome to Las Vegas. I remember before, let me roll this window. I remember before they put in the parking area and all that, if you wanted to take a picture with a sign, it was just on the median. And I've got lots of pictures of me in cars and motorcycles standing there in front of the sign. It just got to be such a nuisance. People blocking traffic, and they realized, you know, that we need to do something about this. And they widened the whole Las Vegas Boulevard here and put in that whole parking area. Made it so that, you know, and it's a major tourist attraction. There's constantly a line of people. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. It doesn't matter. 2 in the morning, there's people there waiting to take a picture with the sign. So pretty cool. So you guys are loving this like daily content. I'm kind of enjoying doing it. You gotta have, first of all, you gotta have something to do every day. Being back home in Vegas, there is something to do every day. The XLR, you know, we took it out last night. Me and Chef Joey cruising around town. Got the video up as soon as I could. And then, you know, it's been missing. People commented that the check engine light was on. It's true. And it's been running a little rough. And so I had my buddy Mike, the mechanic, come over here, get the thing. I've been talking to Car Wizard about it, and we had agreed that it needed cold packs and plugs. So that's what we did, cold packs and plugs. And so also the ambient air temperature, start up. Nice. So he reset all the stuff on it. He said it's running way better. So already in just a couple hours, Mike came and got it, took it back to his crib where he's got a shop, put in new cold packs, which come in a row of 4 in one thing. Changed all the plugs, had the original platinum plugs in there, which they don't even make anymore. And let me see if this ambient air temperature thing is working. It still says 75 degrees on the dash. So I don't know if it's working or not. Because the problem I had was it thought it was 75 degrees all the time. And then sometimes it would think it was like negative, 15 or whatever. And if it thinks it's cold, the air conditioner won't come on. But it was missing, running a little rough, and had to do some work on it. So I'm going to drive it for the first time after getting it back. Also, a problem that we had is we changed out the electromagnetic shocks that were in this thing and just put regular old Bilsteins in there. And you have to put these little sensors, but from Casper Electronics. I talked about this in an earlier video. And what it does is it fools the system into thinking that the, electronic shocks are there. Mike did tell me that I had a tiny little coolant leak and a few little oil leaks here and there from the valve cover gaskets and the oil pan gasket. And those are going to be pretty major jobs. So he's like, you just let it leak or we could fix it. We'll see. Anyway, gonna take it for a cruise. Gonna go see a comedian over at the House of Blues, courtesy of a friend of mine who's with the tour. And we're gonna meet Chef Joey over there because we're gonna have some fun. I've got a bunch of, I wouldn't call them stray cats or feral cats because I'm pretty sure they live in the apartments in their houses around here, but they like to hang out here. I think I have about 4 or 5 cats that are just hanging out here. They just like hanging out at my place. I'm a cool cat. They like hanging out with me. And but it's getting to be out of control. It's crazy. Back at the house. So by now you guys have seen the release of the video I did on the chairs. And I got them all cozy sitting here at the house. Got the couch delivered back there. So yeah, you get a good look at what I'm working with here. I'm gonna try and throw a little color in this room. I think I'm gonna change these curtains over here with some burgundy ones. Find me a rug to go here and some kind of a nice, like a coffee table or something. Might go over to the IKEAs. You guys know how I love IKEA. This couch is actually pretty comfy, and the chairs are as well. My buddy hooked me up to go to a comedy show, and I haven't been to a comedy show in a while. And I don't want to diss his friend, but it's not that I'm saying that the guy isn't funny or whatever, but it's just like, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. It's like if I went and saw a comedy show and somebody spoke another language. Doesn't mean they're not funny. I just didn't understand. Because this guy was speaking to a young audience, making references and jokes to things that just are beyond me. And I realized, people were laughing, but it was a pretty dead crowd. But if you're a comedian in today's world, your hands are tied. I mean, comedy is dead. And it occurred to me that all of the young people now, or all the people now, like I don't even know how a comedy club could be in business, because how do you even do comedy anymore? Everything is so woke and politically corrected. The comedy's dead. Like, this guy did 10, 15 minutes about how he wanted to say the R word. What's the R word? And I'm like, oh God. Can you imagine if the kids of today saw Eddie Murphy's material from the 80s, Delirious and Raw, Sam Kinison, Andrew Dice Clay, Richard Pryor? Man, their heads would explode. The R word. Really? I mean, this guy had to tiptoe about this, and then he had to play up to the, gay and lesbian crowd for 20 minutes, which seemed completely irrelevant to whatever he was talking about. But it's like, oh, we have to mention those people, we have to uplift all the marginalized people. Woke, woke, woke. Here's a Bud Light. Comedy's dead. Freedom of expression is dead. Even here on this platform, I'd love to be able to just say whatever I want, but I can't, because if I do, well, the channel will delete the video, they'll ban the video, they'll delete me. You know, you can't say what you want to say, anything you want to say. There's no free speech in a commercial world. They say, well, you have freedom of speech. Do you really? And then there's the argument to say, well, so basically we're just going to live in this toxic society where we go around hurting everybody's feelings. It's not about hurting people's feelings. It's about not letting words hurt your feelings. And that, I guess, is the difference between the Gen Xers and the other people that came after us. Because, like, what could you possibly say? What words, what sound could your face make that's going to trigger me? I don't give a shit. You're insignificant. Unless you're my wife or my mom or someone I care about, your opinion doesn't matter. And that's what the real problem is nowadays. And I didn't want to turn this happy-go-lucky video into this kind of a conversation. But that's all I could think the whole time. I was like, comedy is fucked. Free speech, freedom of expression, people demanding that I call them by particular pronouns based on what their virtual reality is. Like, I can't just walk in a room and announce to people, I demand you call me, Dr. Figglewiggles, whatever. It's just like, you can't control other people. People are going to do what they want to do. And now this whole society is all about controlling someone else. When you can't even control your own life. You don't even know what you are, and you expect other people to address you for what you are. And by the way, I'm not anti whatever you think. I'm not sitting here saying that I'm anti any of these things or people. I'm just saying that, like, I don't expect anybody to, you either get it or you don't. And I felt like the old guy at this show. Me and my buddy, we were like looking at each other like, we're the fucking old people here. And we were. I'm like, none of this is funny or entertaining. Or I'm just sitting there, we're looking at each other like, this place is sold out. Wow. We are out of touch. Out of touch. And I'm like, wait, are we out of touch or are they out of touch? I don't know. When I look back on the 80s and the 90s and things, and you watch old movies and you hear them saying the F word when referring to gay people, and the N word and all these other words I'm not allowed to say. I think the whole point of when we heard those words, I don't think they were meant to be mean and hateful. They were meant to laugh at ourselves and at each other and just to have the ability to laugh. And we've removed that. We've taken that ability away from people. So I don't have a solution. I don't have a wrap-up for this. It's just an observation as I sit in my comfy chair. So anyway, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I got to go back to Dallas. But exciting stuff coming for the channel. Exciting cars. I wish I could tell you. I don't want to jinx it. But it's some exciting stuff coming. Stay tuned.